Alright, time to begin cooking with Zate part 2. Today we're going to be making some floury shit. To see what we're making, there is exactly 4,872,075 grains of flour. I counted each of them individually for precision, of course. Or if you prefer an easier standard measurement, if you lay them end to end, it's around 2.7785 kilometers. So that is exactly how much flour you'll need. So just chuck that into a large bowl first. Don't splash it everywhere like that. Or if it lands on here, that's perfect. You can just dust off your cutting board like that. Mix in about 1/3 of a shot tasting glass of salt in there. What? Yeah, that seems about right. Yes, for the purposes of this 55% hydration dough, we'll need 130 milliliters of vodka. So mix in that vodka evenly, hopefully. I shouldn't have added it all in at once, but it's fine. And kind of just give that a mix. And temperature's a bit off today, maybe we'll add a bit more vodka. That should be good. Don't want the dough to be too hydrated, otherwise you can't work it later. Fuck the bowl off, because that makes it more difficult. And cut your work surface in a bit more flour. And cover your hands in that shit as well, so you don't just like get everything stuck to your hands like I just did. Knead it till, you know, it feels more even and absorbed and shit, so that all the 4.872 million grains have bonded to the billions of water molecules that are also present. Alright, dust that shit off again. You don't want it to stick when we let it rest. There we go, and then we let it rest for a bit, which is let's say 900 seconds. You let it rest for 900 up to 1800 seconds. That's how long you need to let it rest for. I'm not gonna put it on a timer, I could be fucked. Just gonna look at my watch. It is currently 4:05, so maybe we'll check up on it 900 seconds later. See ya. Fuck it. Up you go. Now we shall continue the excursion. Oh, that is very soft. Okay. Continue to knead that until it gets smoother and more combined. Activate the gluten inside the flour. I may have lost a couple 100,000 grains of flour within the kneading process, as you can see beside, but it's fine. We don't need those 100,000. Let the gluten develop the bonds that you are unable to during this time of social isolation. Yes, I think it has returned to its initial hardness. Once you think that it's kneaded enough again, once again dust off the fucking surface so that it doesn't fuck itself. Chuck it there, cover, and rest for another 600 seconds. That's a good ball. Get your rolling pin out. I'm making some fucking flatbread. What you want to do is roll it into like a flat piece. Well, obviously that's what rolling pins are fucking for. That is about 8 millimeters thick in cross section. What a fucking struggle. My work surface is fucking tiny, so I have to make sure that well, the work surface works. This is the strangest shape I've ever seen, but it's fine. Yes, next thing you want to do after you fucking rolled the shit out of that bitch, rolled like a fucking team in Siege, get clapped bitch, lather it with oil. I don't know what kind of fucking oil you'll be using. I'll be using brown vodka. Oh, that's oily. Oh, that's some good brown vodka. This side is very well leathered. Flip it around. Add some more brown vodka. Just a little bit. Perfect. And appliquer the brown vodka to the rest of your dough. What we're making today is stretched wet bread. You will see what I mean soon. But first, before we get to that point, we need to, well, cap the fucking brown vodka so I don't accidentally drink it all. And then get your fucking cling wrap to it. Anyway, once you've successfully washed your hands so that you don't apply a gloss sheen to everything you touch, unless that's what you're going for, in which case go for it. Add however much brown vodka to your walls as you like. Cover that shit. Where's my roller? Yes, perfect. Oh, absolutely, 8 millimeters. Mmm. Smells good. It will need to be another 1800 seconds of resting time. And then we get to cut it. Now what I will do is boil the water, salt it, keep it boiled so it's ready for these noodles. Back in a second. Right, well I've just put the water on to boil and salted it. So this should be... Oh, I'm gonna use a real knife this time. I don't want to risk food poisoning another time. Let's see. Cut them into some thicker slices, maybe about let's say 15 millimeters. And then just pull in the ends and you should be right. Okay, and then chuck them straight into the boiling water. Maybe cut it a bit thicker as well, let's say 20 millimeters. Gotta get that even length of pull so you get better noodle texture. This is very long. This is getting very, very long. Look at that shit! What the fuck? Whoa, Noodle Master. Oh, sorry, not Noodle Master. What we're making today is wet stretched bread. This is so satisfying. You don't understand how satisfying this is. Alright, here we go. Looks right. Well, the noodles are on boil. And how we are going to cook them is wait for it to come to a full boil, add some cold water, and I'll add some sliced lamb to the mix afterwards. And then for the drizzle, or the dressing, whatever, I'll use some sesame paste and vinegar, maybe a little bit of sugar, for a cold noodle. Oh man, look at that. Oh my god. Best of luck. Get this ready for when we decide to add the cold water to it when it boils. Oh. Now to add some water. Cold water, mind you, that was the half of what I poured, which is about 1 bowl. Go on the boil. One more boil, one more cold water, and then one more boil, and then we take it out, put it into freezing cold water, and then we boil the lamb. It's come to a boil again, very good. Guess we add the rest of the water. In the meantime, we can prepare the sauce. The sauce. Oh shit, that was loud. There's some coldish water. some sesame paste. Holy shit, that's perfect. Right up. Let's grab all that out. Absolute perfection. Now we just gotta continue making it cold. Well, just put the noodles under some cold running water. Flip it around a bit so that it's no longer, you know, scalding you. Well, this is cold already, so. Chilling it down is for the texture to preserve itself. And then we put that back in the bowl. This is a huge amount of boiled noodles, as expected from 14 million grains. And then next, we use that noodle water and we boil up the lamb. I defrosted this earlier, so it should be right. You do not want to use that lamb water because it's going to be full of fat. Oh, right. Now we have to make the sauce. Get a spoon. I don't know how much, use however much you want. So this is a fusion dish. A fusion of Chinese and Chinese, as in these noodles do not come from Shanghai, but this flavor, this dressing comes from Shanghai. Actually no. So to the sesame paste, you want to add some sesame oil to kind of lube it up a little bit, add some water, about a 1:1 ratio so that it's not ridiculously thick. Mix that in. Normally I'd be making this with peanut butter, but because it's quarantine times and I don't have peanut butter, I can't be bothered to go out and buy some. Now that stuff, drizzle that over the noodles, give it a bit of a toss. Add some of this sour vodka, tiny bit of sugar, and a pinch of mystery powder. Toss it around again. These are the ideal noodles. That looks about done. I can move this in here. Now what you want to do is drizzle a bit more of this sesame oil over it. Tiny bit more black vodka for the lamb. We already had the MSG, and then we get some of that. Alright, and finish it up with some sesame seeds. Because that always somehow adds to the complexity of it. Whew. Right, very good. Yo, this texture is insane. Thanks for watching, boys. This has been Cooking with Zate Part 2. I hope you guys try this out and enjoy my wet stretched noodles with lamb. Catch you later, mate.